beforehand. So the Empress of Mars is Mark Gatiss' second script featuring the Ice Warriors. According to everything we've seen, we're also getting a look at a new type of Ice Warrior, the Ice Queen, who sounds an awful lot like the person who played the Empress of the Ragnos. I'll have to look that up when the episode's finished. Judging by his previous Ice Warrior story, Cold War, I'm expecting something not bad per se, but okay. Let's just hope that he gets the Ice Warrior's armour right this time. I'm looking at you, Grand Marshal Skaldak. Afterhand. So that episode was pretty much a mixture for me. On the one hand, I believe that the Ice Warriors were handled a lot better than their previous appearance in Cold War, but at the same time there was some questionable continuity choices there. I mean, even though I'm so glad that they brought Alpha Centauri back, because God knows we've been missing our blobby, one-eyed, penis-shaped monsters in Doctor Who in recent years. But was the Galactic Federation around at this time? I mean, obviously they're making a reference to Peladon. Unless, of course, it's just welcoming him to the wider galactic community. Thank you so much, Yasen Churchman, for returning, though. Your performance is as bizarre and as lovely as ever. Also, the whole thing with the Ice Warriors. I mean, I loved seeing a little bit more of their society and stuff, with, you know, in terms of, like, seeing the Ice Queen and all that stuff. But I would have liked to have seen more of their caste systems as well. I mean, like, what happened to having Ice Lords and Grand Marshals and Supreme Lords and all those brilliant little ranks? But yeah, onto the good things about the episode. I think the supporting cast was absolutely brilliant this episode. See, so far, the main problem with Series 10 for me is that the main characters are very well developed, but the side characters have been kind of underutilised, and I think this episode had a really nice balance between main characters and side characters. I think the guy who played Neville Catchlove, whatever his name is, was absolutely fantastic and did a really good job of playing an utter bastard. You see, in my opinion, that's what you're supposed to do with Victorian/Regency characters, or indeed someone from any historical period. The past was not a nice place in a lot of places, and I think that this series has done a really good job of showcasing that fact. The guy who played Colonel Godzacre did a really good job as well, and I think that the scene between him and the Ice Queen is one of my favourite scenes in this episode. I really feel like the character redeemed himself towards the end, and that's pretty much all I'm wanting from these side characters, for them to develop and grow, or have their comeuppance given to them. It's not that hard to ask. Don't just make them disposable pieces of meat. Make them seem, if they're human characters, human, or if they're not human characters, at least relatable. But yeah, all in all, despite having a bit of a weird-ass plot, I think that actually does this episode credit, because it's one of those outlandish concepts that I think you could only do in Doctor Who, and I think it's been pretty well handled, and I'm looking forward to see what happens next week. That Mrs. Scene was pretty cool too, despite it feeling a bit out of place, but who knows, it might contribute to the plot of future episodes.